What's up, guys? This is Yusuf, and today I want to raise the question as to whether or not we could see Brainiac appear in the new sci-fi show Krypton. For those of you who don't know, Krypton was rumored and somewhat announced to be a television show way back in 2014 that would serve as a prequel to Man of Steel. Yes, it was said to be a part of the DCEU. The show itself will focus on the grandfather of Kal-El and the father of Jor-El, Seg-El, and how his House of El became shamed and ostracized. The show will also follow how they were able to redeem their name. So, Brainiac. If you asked me this question a while back, or even if I had posed this question to you guys a while back, I would have said that there is no way we see Brainiac. But my tune has changed, over the course of the past few months, I guess. I mean, I haven't really been giving the show that much thought, but my opinion just changed is all. Do I think Brainiac will be in Krypton? Yes, I do. But not this season. These types of shows always say that they won't do something, and a season or two later, they go back on their word and they end up doing the said thing that they said that they wouldn't do. And while no one has said, don't take that as me saying that someone has come out and said we'll never use Brainiac. No one has said that. I just think it's a bit too early to use them. I'm just using that as an example. I could eventually see, as the show goes on, if this show is good, people are going to say, well, could you guys use Brainiac? And they'll be like, no, there are no plans right now. Then the season 2 trailer will come out, and what do you know? Brainiac will be there. Also, let me clarify that I do not think we will see Brainiac in his full body form, the form that we are all used to. I believe that the show could take inspiration from Superman the Animated Series. In that series, Brainiac is first depicted as a supercomputer that ran day-to-day operations on Krypton. Eventually, the AI only began to look after himself and only was concerned with knowledge and preserving himself and his body. So eventually, he didn't want to preserve his body. He didn't have one yet. He eventually created one later. If this is the route they go, this is a good opportunity for audiences to get attached to the Brainiac. And when he inevitably has his heel turn, yes, heel turn, it would be somewhat of a shock for those who didn't know that this would happen, and for those who are not familiar with the character. Just hopefully Syfy doesn't blow their load early. Just really sit back and think about how cool it would be if the supercomputer Brainiac was alive and well in this show for 3 seasons, maybe 3 or 4 seasons, right? Let's just say that this show gets and is aiming for 4 seasons. If all 3, so season 2 all the way to 4, Brainiac is this supercomputer that is helping the good guys, and we're supposed to, be friends with, and we're supposed to love and gravitate towards, but in the end, he just completely stabs them in the back. Or he just completely, changes his programming, and he no longer cares about, I was going to say the human race, but the Kryptonian race, and only about himself and about knowledge. That would be so awesome. Because more and more I'm starting to think we won't get Brainiac in the movies. Just sad, I know, we still don't have a Man of Steel 2 announced, but if he appears in this show and they do him right, I won't complain at all. But you guys go ahead and let me know what you think in the comments. I know some of you are going to be like, no, keep Brainiac away from this damn thing. I understand. I think that it could be cool. I think that the little bit we saw, the very little bit we saw, looked fine, I guess. But let's see what happens.